Hello, family, friends, visitors. We're going to do a short walk and talk. And what we're going to talk about are some cases that come from mining law. And this is by Terry S. Maley. Terry was one of the principal witnesses for the BLM and the Forest Service in mining cases. I've been to hearings, a couple, where Terry was at and actually provided testimony. He was the authority on such matters, and his testimony could make or break a case. We're going to talk today, and you're going to get to see this other than me just holding it here like this. But you're going to get to see how the patenting process is meant to be. We're going to read a piece of this because the part that's important about this is what one gets in a mining patent. And of the total, I think 27 kinds of patents, this language is common to many of them, almost all of them. So I'm just going to read it here and put it on the screen for you to follow. Well, I think I am. I don't know where my glasses are. We'll make the best of it. Okay, so what the miner gets when he gets a patent, and what most patentees get when they get a patent, is to have and to hold said mining premises together with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and appurtenances of whatsoever nature thereunto belonging unto the said grantee above named, and to his heirs and assigns forever. And then the exceptions are common, exceptions for existing roads, existing water, those kinds of things that can be claimed or that have been granted from the patent. In this case, with Billy's patent, there are none of those that you have to worry about except for RS2477 roads. What's interesting about Terry's book, and I'm not going to bother to look it up, those of you who are younger and quicker of wit and mind can look it up for yourselves. But when the patent is granted, anyone having an interest in the patent has to, during the patenting process, declare that interest. Those people who declare that interest, most often, after the fact, are the various states in which the patentee holds the patented ground. So, for example, here in Idaho, the state of Idaho claims an interest in it. They want to tax it. But we go back to the language of the patent, and we talk about that. What the federal government has granted to have and to hold said mining premises together with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and appurtenances of whatsoever nature thereunto belonging unto the said grantee above named, and to his heirs and assigns forever. This is a patent from the government, and you have all the governmental rights in that land. So you have the right not to be taxed because the state can't tax the federal government. You have the right by grant to not succumb to land use planning, to water use, and the list goes on and on and on. There's some cases in Terry's book where he talks about that, and where states after the fact have made a claim and they've been ruled against. In the Ninth Circuit, one of the most liberal circuits in the country, the patent has been upheld against the state and those who would claim thereunder. So I'm a little bit tired of talking about this and not having people understand, but I can't force anybody to understand. I talked to a title company executive not too long ago, and he told me there was no such thing, and he had never seen a patent like this. Yet of the probably 60 or 70 patents that I've read, most of them in the arena of mining, but some farming, and some patents granted for service to the federal government. Every one of them had that language. The old patents are signed by the President of the United States at that time. The newer patents by the head of the BLM or some designee. So for your information, patents are alive and well, and there's a lot of power in a patent if it hasn't been alienated. Alienated is a term of art I'm not going to talk about now. RS2477 Roads guarantees that if a piece of property has been patented, then it has access, ingress and egress, that goes with it under the RS2477 Roads scenario. And you can look that up. It's real simple. There's not a whole lot of case law on it. It's easy to understand. For the federal government, whether it's the BLM or the Forest Service, to close an existing road that pre-existed the Land Management Act of 1976, they have to consult with the county, and they have to provide other access, if they close a road, to the areas that road served. Enough for that. Enough for this. I wore a tie so that I would be credible and respectable. I wore my derby hat to give me a little touch of class. I even combed my beard, twirled my mustache. It's my hope that those of you who have an interest in this would understand the power that's in it. I know of 2 cases where the case has been brought in the state on a patent, and the state has ruled against the patent. Both of those, I worked on the patent. One of them is this one right here. And the state's finding was absolutely wrong. But miners are a real independent, cussed lot. And they wouldn't follow the advice of their attorney, who told them not to sue in the state court. The question is a federal question, and it needs the feds to make a determination. You interplead the federal government in it to defend the patent that they gave you, and in doing that, the case law is here in Melee, and it is easily researched, and you can find that under the case law, the right of the individual supersedes the right of the state. With that said, I hope you all have a great day, a great week, a great weekend, and until the next time, feel free to like, share, subscribe, all of those things that people can do. And if you have questions, I prefer an email as opposed to a phone call. Right now I'm very busy fighting my own case. I'm 20 plus years into a fight with the federal government through the Department of Veterans Affairs on a claim I have, and the treatment I've received has been it's been pretty bad. Anyway, I'm putting together what I need to put together on that. So email me. That would be don@thinkingrite, WRITE.org, or donwleach@gmail.com. Until the next time, look forward to seeing you again. Bye.